back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well and good, and if you're new here, hi, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I thought it would be a good idea to use some of my old makeup, so in the sense of makeup that I haven't used in a while, and also I have so many eyeshadow palettes that I don't ever use that I thought would be such a good idea just to give them a go again, just because they're always stuck in my drawer and I feel like I always need to do a bit different with my makeup sometimes. But yeah, I was speaking to my friend the other day and they said that my makeup now is like completely different to how it used to be, so I want to kind of use the products that I used to use when I first started getting into makeup to see kind of a little bit of see if there is a bit of a difference. But yeah, maybe fall in love with some old products that I used to use. I will have some more videos coming up on my channel soon. I know the last few videos have been very makeup-y, but yes, I love doing makeup, I love doing lifestyle videos and everything like that. So yeah, if you like to see how this look turns out, just keep on watching. I've already moisturised my face. I'm still using the moisturisers that I've been using in my other videos. I'm obsessed with them. I feel like my face is starting to clear up just a little bit, not a lot, but I've still got quite a lot of breakouts down here, a lot of redness in my skin, but I'm using like face masks, and also you can see on my neck I've got a little bit of an eczema flare up, which to be honest is like that 24/7 in my life. I always have eczema flare ups, but yeah. So for the first thing I'm going to use today is for my primer, which I used to use this quite a lot, which is the e.l.f. Putty Poreless Primer, but it isn't the one in a tub. It isn't this one that I usually use. I'm going to be using this one. So for instance, I was looking for a really good primer. I remember looking for a primer ages ago and loads of people recommended this to me, so I'm going to use this again today. I did used to use this quite a lot. It was quite a moisturising primer. It comes out like that, so it looks a bit like a moisturiser. I'm just going to pop that all over my face out looking like a cream. It is very moisturising, and that is what I love with primers. I love a primer that is so moisturising. So I'm just going to put that on with my hands because that's how I used to do it. But I hope you guys are all doing well and good. Now you can go out and things like that, and people can go away just through the, like in the UK you can now, for instance, go on little like breaks across the UK to like travel and things like that. So I'm super excited. I think I'm gonna book one for me and Henry very soon, just to go somewhere in the UK, maybe around my birthday and his birthday, because our birthdays are literally in the space of a week of each other, and our anniversary, which is 4 years, which I can't even believe we've been together 4 years, which is absolutely crazy. So yeah, that is the primer on. It's very moisturising, as you can tell. I am going to be using a foundation that I did used to use quite a lot, which I haven't used in quite a while. I don't know whether it is actually out of date, but I'm going to use it. So I am using the Maybelline Fit Me, I think it's Fit Me foundation, and I use it in 0.5 beige. I've lost the lid and everything. I'm just going to put this on with my finger on my... See, I used to use this foundation all the time. I went through bottles of it, but I did think it used to dry out my face quite a lot because I have quite dry skin. Use my beauty blender because this is how I used to put it on. I didn't used to use a brush. I used to always use a beauty blender. So let's give this a go. I'd always say about this with this foundation, it covers up so well. Like, it hasn't covered up amazing, but it's covered up more than other foundations that I have used. The coverage is so good on this foundation. It's literally like a mask when you've got it fully on. It's now Monday, which is Bank Holiday Monday, and it was my friend's gender reveal on Saturday, and she's having a girl, which is so exciting, and it was done in such a cute way. So congratulations to Charlotte and Scott on going to be having the most beautiful baby girl. I'm super duper excited for them. Honest to God, they're going to be the most amazing parents. Excited for them. It was such a special moment, and yeah, and I'm super glad to have been able to, like, it was such a shame though, because it's obviously the rule of 6, so we couldn't have she couldn't have as many people as she wanted there, like more of her close friends and family. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna plan her like the most amazing baby shower. So for all the people that, for instance, wasn't able to make it and all come, they'll be able to like do it then, which is going to be amazing, and I'm so excited for it. I think me and her sister are going to plan it, so yeah, I'm super duper excited. I just love planning things. I actually really enjoyed planning it. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it properly. Yeah, it is. I do think this foundation is very drying, as you can tell in like my cheeks area. It's very drying, and my eyes, if you can tell, my eyes are really dry with this foundation. So I do think I am going to add a little bit of my Too Faced one on top, which is what I used to do all the time. To be honest with you, I did start doing that just because I don't want my makeup to be, I am wearing this makeup today, so I don't want it to look too dry. So I'm just going to add a bit of my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is what I used to do all the time, and I didn't think I ever used to cake it, so I just blob it in some areas where I feel like it's a bit dry. And because this foundation is so moisturising, it kind of like blends in with the Maybelline one. Concealer that I'm going to use today is going to be the Lasting Perfection Conceal Collection concealer, and this is used to be my go-to concealer. Me and my friend used to get it every single time I went to Superdrug. It's like £4, and yeah, it's crazy to think, like, to be fair, I still actually really like this concealer. It's just now I've found concealers that have a bit more coverage. On days where I like having a little bit more natural makeup, I quite like using this one because it's like an OG fave of mine. I used to use this all the time. So yeah, I'm super duper excited to use this. The only thing I think I don't have, which is an OG, what I usually used to use, is a powder. So I used to use, is it the Rimmel London, the pressed powders? I used to use them, but I don't think I have one, just because I haven't used it in so long. So I may use one. I'll see which ones I have, but yes, I love this concealer. It is honestly an OG of mine. I think my friend still uses it, but it's such a good concealer. And for the price of it, you could just build this up to the coverage that you did want it to be. I still really like that concealer. I think I'm going to put a little bit more on just to add a bit more coverage. That I used to use for my cream contour, I think I may have chucked it out. I used to use the Revolution Stick foundation, which is the same as this one but in the darker shade, this one. But I did also use the Revolution Conceal and Define, this little one here, as my cream contour. That is what I'm going to use today, because I did go for a stage of using this. It is just a little bit, if I can remember, the shade of this is a bit darker than the shade I usually go for now. I am going to put it on the back of my hand first, just to dye down the shade a little bit, because I do know it goes on quite dark. So I'm just going to use a brush just to make the pigment go down a little bit. Just put it where I usually put it. I have gone off using creams at the moment. I think it's because I was using the e.l.f. one quite a bit, and I don't know whether because it was going on too heavy, it made me go off the idea of cream products. Not cream products in general, but like cream products in the sense of like cream contours. And I love using cream contours. I feel like sometimes when you want to look a bit more natural in some senses, it works so much better than others. But usually with the one, the e.l.f. one, I think it's because it's so pigmented, because it is classed as a concealer. I feel like it just doesn't work very well with my face, and I don't feel like it sits properly on my face, so I'm gonna use this. Also guys, I have ordered my new phone, which arrived today, but I'm not using it at the moment just because I wanted to keep the same phone number that I already have. So I think I'm going to use the phone that I already have to film my videos on. But then I've got my new phone, which I'm so excited about. I didn't really necessarily need a new phone, but I did think my phone contract that I was having was very expensive. So I did just want to, for instance, just, I don't know, save a little bit of money and just be a bit better for myself at saving, because I want to, obviously, me and my boyfriend want to move out within the next, hopefully the next year or so. Hopefully start looking at houses soon. But yeah, I want to start saving, and I am already saving, but do better at saving. I feel like the amount I was paying for the phone that I've got now was ridiculous for the phone. So yeah, I'm super duper excited, and I've got an iPhone 12, which I'm super duper excited about. The camera on it is insane, but I do feel like I'll use the phone that I've got now, just record my videos on it, because that will work so much better. So for my powder, I am going to use Laura Mercier one, because I did go through a stage of using this one, but not as much anymore, just because I've become obsessed with other ones. I do think this powder is overrated, I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot more rated than other powders, which I could think can do the same job but just more cheaper, if that's correct. My Morphe brush, and then just gonna pop that under my eyes. I always start on the outer bit of my eye and then go inwards. I used to use this powder quite a lot. I got it a few Christmases ago off my mum and dad in like a gift set. But I don't know, I feel like I've found other powders that work better for my skin, just because I do have dry skin. So I feel like this powder does, I don't know, dry my skin out a little bit. But I still do use it on the occasions where I feel like I do want a matte look. But yeah, I don't know. I do just think this powder is a little bit overrated with all the hype on it, but you know, people have their own preferences and their own ways they like to do things, so that is personal preference, I guess. For my bronzer, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin and Sculpt palette, which looks a bit like this, and you can tell I absolutely love this palette. I did used to use the highlighter quite a bit, but this one just fell out for no reason. But yeah, I absolutely love the highlighter and the bronzer and things like that. So that is the one I'm going to be using today, which I literally used to be so obsessed with. As you can tell, I hit pan in this one. It does also come with a cream side, which you can tell I've also hit pan on a few of them. To be fair, I used to do my makeup very differently because I felt like I didn't know how to do it on some of the cases, which I guess, for instance, people have their own ways of doing it. So this is what, if this is how someone does it now, that's perfectly fine for you. I just don't like doing it like this now. I used to use, for instance, these shades, the cream shades, as more, I didn't used to have a foundation, so I used to use this as a foundation and then like the other shades. It did work for quite a while, I'm not gonna lie, and if, for instance, if one day if I go back to that, that's amazing. But for now, I am loving the way I'm doing my makeup. But yes, I absolutely love using this palette. It is so pigmented, and yeah, look at that, it just blends into the skin so nicely. I do think with this foundation, if you can see around here, I've got quite a lot of dry patches on my skin, and I do think that is the combination of the Laura Mercier and the foundation, which I do think I used to think happened quite a bit, which I probably didn't used to notice, because I did used to use, those two are the two ones that I used to use together. And then the next thing I'm going to use for my blusher is another Urban Decay palette, which is the Urban Decay Back Talk by Back Talk, I think that's what it's called. Back Talk. It looks a bit like this. It comes as a eyeshadow palette, and then it also comes with a blusher moment as well, and it comes with a little mirror that comes off and it magnets in the middle like that, which I think is really cool. But I'm going to use them as my blusher today, and it does come with one that is a highlighter. They all do have shimmers in it, which I did used to use quite a lot. So I'm going to mix shades together, and I love see how this turns out. I do quite like a shimmery blusher at the moment, just because I'm not into it that much highlighter anymore. But for the sake of this, I will use a highlighter that I always used to use. But yeah, that is so pretty. I do feel like when my skin is dry, a blusher always just brings it all together. And then I'll just go in with my beauty blender. But yeah, I actually really like that. See, some of these products I probably will use now, after using them now, just because I just haven't used them so long. I've kind of forgot about them. But yeah, I love that. Beautiful. And the next thing I'm going to use is my highlighter, which I did used to use this quite a lot. I use it in an NYX New York palette. So it comes like this, and then it comes with an eyeshadow and then a highlighter. And as you can see, it's got a gorgeous blusher shade, but then I love this highlighter. I used to wear highlighters like this all the time with like a little yellowy greeny tint to it, which I'm obsessed with. I used to use that all the time. I do think I'm going to pop on a little bit of this blusher that's in the palette, just to add a bit more pink tone to my face. I love this blusher as well so much. You see, I always go through stages where I look through my makeup and I'm like, I need a new blusher or I need a new highlighter, just to try them out, but then I forget that I have these palettes. But look at this highlighter, it is so pretty. It just melts onto your skin. It doesn't sit on the skin, it melts just straight into it, which I used to love. I think I used to go quite wrong with highlighters, where I used to get them where they used to sit on the skin quite a bit and they were noticeable that they were sitting on top of the makeup, not blending into them. Which now I just love finding like little things like this. But yeah, I'm actually really impressed with how this has turned out, my base, because obviously I used to use this makeup all the time, so it doesn't shock me that this is how it's turned out. But because I haven't used these products in so long, I'm like, I'll be using them a lot more often. So the next thing I'm going to do is my eyes, which I'm a bit stuck on what to use. So basically I have quite a lot of palettes in front of me. The palettes that I did used to go for would be the Urban Decay Naked series. So these, it's quite dirty now. I used to use this quite a lot, as you can see. And then I also have the Cherry palette, which, honest to God, used to again be a fave of mine. And then also I was so excited because this is the first palette I ever actually did buy on my own myself, which at the time was absolutely a fave of mine. And then I do think today I'm going to use my Naked Heat palette because it's an OG of mine. I probably will use the two of these together because that is how I used to do it. Because for me, it's kind of like a little memory that I remember I went to town with my friend. And I remember I went and just spoiled myself with buying this palette. And I was absolutely obsessed with it. So yeah, I'm going to use the Naked Heat palette. And yeah, I'm super duper excited because I haven't worn colours like this in so long. So yes, let's put this on my eyes. And I used to wear shades like this all the time. So my shades used to be, when I used to go out, would be like a brownie. I'd do like a smoky brownie look, and then I'd go for like a burnt orange look. So I'm super duper excited to be doing this again. But I'm honestly quite excited to like do makeup now to go out, because obviously we've been stuck indoors for so long. It's nice to do makeup to actually have an occasion towards. So my birthday is literally in the space of a month now, which I am so excited for. I think I was gonna book a lodge to go with my friends and stay with him, but what I'm going to do is I'd love to book like a spa day with them all, just because a lot of them do have like other priorities now. They have like babies and things and their own families, and one day we will book a lodge and do a lovely weekend away. But also because I want to save to move out, I don't want to be spending so much money on a lodge, because also me and Henry want to back go in a lodge. Like, we want to go a little city break or a little lodge for me and him. So yeah, a little spa day will just do me perfect for my birthday. I love spa days. They're so amazing. I'd probably just go out for a cute meal with them all. It's only my 22nd birthday, so it isn't like a big one. But obviously because we were in lockdown on my 21st, you was allowed to meet in the gardens for the rule of 6. So I did like a little, for my 21st, my mum and my friend Charlotte, they arranged in the garden for me, and honest to God, I don't think I would have wanted to spend my 21st any differently, just because I absolutely loved it. I actually had the best day, which I was so like upset about the fact that we were going to be in a lockdown on my birthday, but I had such an amazing day, and the people that were there made it all special. So yeah, I had the best day for my 21st. So for my 22nd, I think I just want a chilled one, like just maybe go for some cocktails, or just go for a spa day with my girls and just all my besties, and just celebrate it that way, because I feel like that will be amazing. Yeah, I remember Henry's birthday, usually I would plan for us all to go to Nando's, which everyone who knows us, we love Nando's, and usually just went on like a night out. But for his 22nd, which was in lockdown, I like what I did was like put balloons everywhere, and we ordered a Nando's because you could get takeaway Nando's. So we went and picked up a Nando's with his family and just had like a cute takeaway Nando's night, which was so nice, with like balloons, and made the kitchen really like decorated and special, which I absolutely loved. But I think that's what I'm going to do with my eyes, like just like a little ready smoky moment, which I don't know whether that is what I used to do, to be honest, and I actually really like that. And I'm going to use the gold, which I usually used to use in my Naked palette. I'm just going to use it in my finger because there's not a lot of room to get around it yet, but this is the gold that I used to use, which still to this day I think is my favourite gold. I'm not gonna lie, it's just so pigmented and so creamy. Like, to this day I think this is my favourite type of gold. It's like a yellowy champagne gold, if that makes any sense. I hope you guys are liking my videos recently. I'm actually loving the support that I've had on my recent videos and also on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me. It's where I like show all the things I do during the week when I'm not filming. But yeah, I did put a little thing on my story the other day how I took a few days off social media, just because I feel like I needed a break. Nothing was wrong or anything like that. It's nice just to take a little bit of a break from social media, I think. Not to always like be on it all the time, just to take time. And I did it over the weekend when I was celebrating my friend's gender reveal, and it was just so lovely just to take time out. And yeah, sometimes you just need that. But yeah, the next thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows, which the thing that I always used to use is this. I've always used this. I have tried other ones, but initially this is the eyebrow pencil that I use. Probably not, they didn't used to necessarily be this shade, especially now because I've dyed my hair blonde. I don't like using darker shades just because I kind of like the light, like a light brown. I don't want my eyebrows to be too dark for me. And I do feel like this one can be pretty dark, but I'm just going to use it with a light hand. I proper like them in a natural look. I remember once my friend did my eyebrows and I was like, no, they're too natural. They're literally too natural. And she just did them like this. And because I used to do them so more defined, but now this to some people might not even be natural, but for me that is as natural as I can get. Like, that is so natural for me. Or I did go through a stage of where I generally just didn't do my eyebrows, because I went through stages of by accidentally shaving my eyebrows off with my little dermablade shaver that I've got, which I haven't done that in quite a while. That is as good as my eyebrows are gonna get. So I used to wear really, for my lips, really dark shades. Sometimes I used to wear a lot of reds and things like that. So for today, I don't have any dark shades that I used to wear, just because I've chucked them all out, just because I felt like they drowned me out, just because I am so pale naturally. So when I used to wear dark lipstick, I used to feel like it used to drown me out, and if even that makes me any sense. So I started to wear like nudes and things like that, but I am going to use a red today, maybe contrasted my eyes a little bit, but this is what I used to wear as well. So I'm just going to use a lip liner, because I feel like with a red you can go very wrong with a red, can't you? It's a very bright red, which, don't worry too much, I know that looks a little bit scary right now, I look a bit crazy, but I do have different shades of reds, which I'm just gonna like tone down my lips just a little bit with the lip shades, which, yeah, I do feel like that is like very red, like a different type of red that I usually wear now. But yeah, my friend used to say I used to wear like dark lipstick, so this is not dark, but I used to wear reds quite a lot, which I think I'm going to use this red today. I haven't actually tried this out. It's from my I got them for Christmas off my mum, so I'm going to try this out. It is a Kat Von D one, so let's give this a go. Wow, that is very bright. It's very red, which I do like. It's just I'm not used to it anymore. I didn't even think I used to suit this colour red anyway. I've always loved the thought of liking a red lipstick on me, but then the actual thought of it, I don't think I actually suit a red lipstick at all. And then the last little thing I'm going to do, I'm going to think how I think about this lipstick while I do my eyelashes. But the mascara I used to use is the Maybelline Lash Sensation, and this is an OG. I think everyone has had this or used this in the past, and still to this day I still absolutely love it compared to other ones I use. I still would reach out for this one. It's such an amazing mascara. And to be honest, with this mascara, I do feel like I love it. I will always love this mascara. But I do feel like there's other ones I love more. But yes, I'm just going to go wipe this red lipstick off because I'm not a fan. I think I have another red that I do like better. So I'll be back in a minute. And I'm back, and this is the colour that I decided to go for, and I think this looks so much better. And I used the Too Faced Melted Matte one, and I don't know, I just like this so much better. I just think the shade is a lot more me. I don't think I've done it very well either, very evenly, but who cares? And then I will just put a lip gloss over the top, which I did used to use this all the time, and it is the Revolution. This one here it does have a tint to it, but then I just kind of like, before I put it on my lips, kind of try and wipe off the tint, if that makes sense. Because it's got a bit of like an orangey tint, so I don't know, I just think I love that colour so much better. It's more of a red tone that I like other than the bright red, just because I feel like it's a bit more nudie and more matches me so much better. But yes, so guys, this is the finished look. I did decide to change my lipstick. I did end up going with the Melted Matte in Too Faced. This is the finished look, guys, and I'm obsessed with it. I do think I like this colour so much better than the other one. just for so many more reasons. I just think it looks so much more better, especially with my hair colour at the moment. I just think this colour matches so much better than a bright red one over completely. So yes, this is the finished look. I actually really loved some of the products that I haven't used for so long, which I do think I will be grabbing for more now. Some of the products I probably won't be using again. No offense to Maybelline, I don't think I will ever use this foundation ever again. I just think it's too dry for my skin. I need a bit of moisture in there. I love a bit of moisture in my skin. I hate having a dry face, like a matte look. I could never just go for a full-on matte look. So yeah, I absolutely love this look. So yes, the finished look, I absolutely really love it. I love my lip colour so much better now. Love it so much. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. And yeah, I hope you guys are all staying well and good, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.